in. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Shout out to everybody that showed up for us once again for another live show.
Yes, sir.
And this one is gonna be a good one, my boy. How you feeling this afternoon?
Man, good. Another conversation that needs to be had. Might be had a little differently the way that y'all think. Y'all will see it though.
Facts. Let's see who we got in the building. We got Mouse Network in the building. Shout out to the home team.
Yes, sir.
But with it, we got IXL always coming through, showing the love. Big salute to you too, bro. No Labels 100. What's going on, my G? Appreciate you coming through and supporting the show. Now, as you can hear from the music, this ain't gonna be battle testing today. You know what I'm saying? We chilling today. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? We chilling, but we do got a serious message that we want to push forward. So before we get into all of this, go ahead and do, the house cleaning, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell, all that good stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead and start this thing out. So what's going on, y'all? It's your guy CJ100.
Your guy Tez the Five.
And we are the 5100 Podcast. Back at you with another Saturday night 5.
Yes, sir.
So as y'all can see, which y'all probably looked at that picture and was like, what the fuck got going on? AKA Gutter Slim. That's who that is. Okay, for sure. I gotta get used to that name, man. Shout out to you, brother. That's another podcast in the city. Make sure y'all go check him out on IG, man. Gutter Slim. I believe it's Gutter Slim on IG as well. So y'all go check him out on that side. So today's conversation, we're gonna talk about the woman's tongue.
Yes, sir.
Now, a lot of people probably see that title and think this woman's tongue that's on the screen is incredibly large, right? Yes, she do have a huge tongue. I use that to pull you guys in because it's almost a perfect picture of how powerful the tongue can be. So that's why I decided to make that thumbnail this time. Tez make them sometime too. So we kind of go with what we go with. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But so Tez, what's your first thoughts about the power of the female tongue?
First thoughts to you, you got, and I'm sure every other brother got first-hand experience of this. And look, man, like we do it, bro. We be transparent. I got some stories because, bro, as much as people talk about, how much you had to power yourself up, man, sometimes, bro, it's good to have a woman by your side that can boost you even more. So, yeah, bro, I this was a good conversation to have.
Yeah, when I think about the power of the woman's tongue, I think about that, and I also think about the adverse effect, like how a woman's tongue is like getting punched in the face by a fist. It's definitely that powerful to where it can break you down as a man, break your confidence, make your days even harder than they normally would have been as a man. And we know neither one of them days are really easy, you know what I'm saying? But we just power through. But having a woman that's supportive and pushing through with that tongue helps. But a woman that has a nasty, vicious tongue pushes us down. So that's kind of what I was thinking with just looking at the title again, you know what I'm saying? Just like, damn, like this is gonna be a heavy conversation.
Yes, sir.
So we got some video for you guys to check out. You want to let it play through, or you want to kind of deal with certain things they said as it go?
I think we can let it play through, and it's gonna speak a lot, and we can just go off them.
All right, well, let's get to it.
Be a happy woman dogging your man out. He's not a man yet, but he will be. But if you keep on dogging him, you won't have nothing, and you'll end up being a lesbian at home with yourself, with no man by your side, because your damn mouth is what it is. It's a snake pit.
You realize that men get angry when you out-talk them? That your tongue is your weapon, and that you can win the battle and still lose the war? The right word spoken by a good woman in a bad situation can make a man fly. You know how you are about your children, come hell or high water?
I want to run that part back.
Battle and still lose the war? The right word spoken by a good woman in a bad situation can make a man fly.
Like, I know we said we was gonna play it through, but that line is so powerful to me.
I understand, bro.
Before I do it, let me go ahead and acknowledge this super chat from our brother No Labels 100, aka Gutter Slim from Memphis, man. No words, just love. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that love, man. So for you, I got something special for you, my brother. We are gonna get to that money.
Get to that money, let's 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 get to that A, let's get to that money, 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 let's get to that A.
So back to what TDJ said. He said the right words, the most beautiful words coming from a woman can make a man fly.
So
I wonder if the Wright brothers that invented the airplane had a woman that could make them feel like they could fly. I'd almost bet they did. You know, I think this is my personal opinion. I know some people won't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Well, my personal opinion is that a man doesn't reach his peak until he has that woman by his side. Like, I think you can do great things alone, amazing things, astonishing things, but you can only do groundbreaking and spiritually revolutionary things with a woman. That's my personal opinion.
brother, I agree with you 1,000% on that one, bro. I just, and this the thing, bro. As much as you can do, as much as we are made to do alone, it's a reason why they say and exist that every great man is backed by a great woman. It's a reason why that saying exists. I'm like you, bro. I believe it 100%.
Not the He-Man woman haters.
Yeah,
We said some shit like that, huh?
that's crazy.
He said, "You the car, she the engine."
Mm.
Interesting. Very
So-
interesting. Let's get back to it. I just had to address that part.
You know how you are about your children, come hell or high water?
Right.
I'm down for you. Well, most of us had that with our mothers. And then we marry you. And we watch you give it to your children. And this is what I want you to understand. I'm not blaming you for where they're broken, because they were probably broken in some way when you got them. I'm telling you how to minister to the brokenness without emasculating the patient.
Oh my God. How to minister to the patient without emasculating him. That's so important, ladies. That's so important. You know, and we as men, we're kind of used to kind of softening our message. Women tend to think that they don't have to do that because, you know, men don't have emotions apparently. But the way that looks is when I don't like the outfit you have on, right? Like, baby, you don't think you can, you know, try something different? You know what I'm saying? That's cool, but I think you'll look better in X, Y, and Z. Versus saying, what the fuck is that you got on?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's a way to break a person down. So what he's saying is absolutely true. Even as a man, and we have to be the staunch 100% truth telling man, we still have to understand that's a woman. So all I'm saying, all he said in that is like vice versa. You got to understand that's a man. He's taking on the world. He doesn't want to come home and battle you.
Facts. Yeah, bro. For me, that's one of them things where, as a man, bro, it take a lot. Like, we go through a lot, and this ain't no, you know, small violin or nothing. It's just, we know that it's true. So to have that reinforcement when you get back to the house, to tell you, like, bro, you ain't by yourself, that you can do it, you got it. Y'all don't understand how much that means. And y'all women, you might not understand how much is, man, bro, you don't never do nothing when I'm doing everything that I can do.
Yeah.
Sometimes y'all don't meet a brother where he at. So you might gotta look at that. You know, everybody ain't gonna be a millionaire. Everybody ain't gonna be 100,000 there.
Yep.
But if you decide to rock with him, he life into him. You feel me?
100%. All right, let's get back to it.
Okay. If you got a man that life has beaten and he comes home to a woman holding a whip, don't be angry when he looks beat down.
Men, there is a reason, my brothers and sisters, and I purposely have not opened my Bible.
because I want to get down into some deep things about life. There is a reason that we die 10 to 15 years earlier than you. You can almost count on being a widow. Because the pressure of being a man is so unbelievable that most males give up on even trying to be a man. They gotta get out of it. They have heart attacks to get out of it 10 to 15 years earlier when you get through fixing stuff and cutting grass and moving furniture and being everybody's hero and being Houdini. You die to get out of it. Those that don't die end up sitting in the corner. Have you ever gone to the family reunions? And if you are lucky enough to have any old men left, can you see them sitting over in the corner with the glassy eyes?
Woo. That shit heavy, man.
Yes, sir.
What We Know podcast. I don't know if it's Rob or JT, but shout out to both of you, man. Appreciate y'all sliding through. You know, we had some things go on today, so we had to push the time back, but you know, we'll resume our normally scheduled program next week. But man, we're here, and I appreciate you just coming through the show, love, man. I'll probably slide through the show after ours is over. So I just appreciate you being here, brother. All right. Can you hear me, Tez? Am I coming in clear?
You good.
Okay. All right, so we got unapologetically Memphis in the building.
Yes,
it is
sir.
possible to be anything if your partner push you to chase your dream. That support everything, bro.
So
It's got to be in you, but they can help pull it on out you. That's a fact.
big fact.
And I'm glad he said that, because it does have to be in you. And this is why we talk to ladies all the time about choosing men, because y'all will choose a guy that is, I mean, for the lack of a better word, shiftless, right? he's not really doing anything, and then you'll complain that he's not that man that requires that support from you to be even better. He's just a guy that's relying on you completely. That ain't what we talking about. Yeah. So what you think about? I think TD definitely had the most powerful lines, but as far as Farrakhan, what you think? I think what stuck out to me was he talked about how the woman's tongue can be a snake pit. That just hit me completely different.
It can. And another thing that he said was you will end up by yourself. And brother, how many single women that we know that's influencing other women that's married or that got a boyfriend or got a good man, but because they by themselves, they want the friend to be with them. And the snake bitten ain't even just for the man all the time. Sometimes it can be for the woman.
Facts.
You'll be surprised how many friends really don't care about y'all. Like, for real, because misery love company. And if they see you happy, if they see you and your man happy, a lot of time they wish that there was them. So the snake being man, the venom, oh yeah, bro. All us done got that. I don't know no brother that ain't got it. You just gotta learn how to deal with it. But as the woman, you shouldn't even be putting that out there for your man.
Right. And I was thinking about, you know, what the responses would be from ladies hearing what we have to say, right? And I know what it would be. Well, what if he's X, Y, and Z and he's disrespectful? And it's like, those are situations that you leave, right? I had a conversation with my homegirl the other day, and she was talking about how, you know, if you want femininity, you got to create a space for femininity, right? Now, I don't fully agree nor disagree with that. I think there's some truth to you should create a space for your woman to be feminine and be the best she can be. However, you have to be that already. I don't turn off my masculinity for nobody. It's just on. It is what it is. I'm a masculine man. I bask in it. I live in it. I walk in it. I breathe in it every day. No woman determines how masculine I'm going to be. And if she's putting me to a point where I feel like I have to be too masculine, I get rid of her.
Yep.
If I get to a point where she's trying to belittle me or emasculate me, I get away from her. I don't think that what you go through, I don't think that who you deal with should be a determining factor in who you are. We've said this about men several times. So I didn't agree with that statement that for the most part. I agree somewhat, but I didn't agree with that statement that femininity only can exist when it's a space created for it. That's cap.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
bro. I know we did a podcast about conditional femininity. It's like CJ said, bro, I don't get to turn off my masculinity. I don't get to that's not a switch.
Yeah.
That's there. Just like when we talk about women femininity, that gotta be there. Like
Fact.
you said, you said shiftless earlier. That can't be that. Like if you dealing with a guy that don't appreciate it, you need to leave. Men, if you dealing with a woman that don't appreciate the masculinity that you have, you need to leave because they rely on each other.
Right.
That's
It's a
what it
balance.
is. Yes.
It's a balance, and it's together it creates a stronger force. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But apart is still what it is. Like I'm still masculine over here, you're still feminine over there. That doesn't change anything. You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of people try to use that as an excuse for not being what you know a man wants, or what a man needs or requires. And it's fine if you don't have it. You're just gonna struggle. Another thing Farrakhan said was you'll end up being a lesbian. Right. I thought that was funny.
You're right.
But I also agree with it to an extent because women are more apt to be alternative lifestyle livers. I'll just say that. If you look at our community or anybody's community, you know, women is always more acceptable to be of that alternate lifestyle than men are, which I have no problem with, you know what I'm saying? But it's just a fact, right?
Right.
So they're more likely to be dealing with a woman and then they get to realizing that they don't even want that, because as we know, the domestic violence numbers for women and women is the highest. You know what I'm saying? It's higher than any other demographic. You know what I'm saying? So it even shows that it's an unnatural position for a woman to be in by herself, right? You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Savannah area. Glad you're here. Let me leave it at that for world class pop up. Goddamn it, behind a smoke screen or something. You know what I'm saying? But so as far as TD, what would you think about what TD said? And then we'll go ahead and get into what we want to really talk about.
Man, he on point. Like you said, bro, the one that you stopped it. The woman, them positive reinforcement that can make a man fly. And like, bro, that's so true. And any brother that done been in these situations, you understand it gotta be in you, but to have somebody pull it out of you, like unapologetically Memphis said, that's something that's valuable. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, when you deal with women and anytime they talk to you is something negative, that starts to rub off on you.
Yep.
It's the same if a woman, every time you talk to her, she positive. I ain't saying she don't have a down day, but the positivity is in her. When it come out of her, it enters you. It rubs off on you. That give you that push, that strength to go even harder than what you were going before. That's invaluable.
A coach, I can't remember his name, but he always on Fox as a commenter. His first name is Eric. I can't remember his last name, but he used to coach for the Browns. And he talked about how Tom Brady is a player that you call, and I can't stand Tom Brady, but this is a good point. So you call guys like that a force multiplier. All right. When you have that right woman, she is a force multiplier. Like I come with 4, the right woman to give me no less than 6. I've seen it. I've experienced it. You know what I'm saying? And some of them women weren't even my woman to be, to claim as my own, but they just brought that to me. Women, that's exactly what that's the definition of a helpmeet.
Yes, sir.
They bring that piece that you didn't even know you needed. And I think women get to this point where they don't think about it. I'm about to pull another thing up and then we'll go ahead and get into it. But like, as far as you being a married man, what was the biggest difference from being a single man doing your thing to having a woman every day with you to take you further?
I'm like you, bro. A lot of the women that I was dating or even just dealing with, a lot of them, if the positivity was in them, bro, like you said, I was just dealing with them, and it was some of the things that they said that really pushed me to be better. And the difference is now I got that consistently. You
Yeah.
know, it's a big difference to make that phone call once or twice a week, but to have it with you every day when you come home, when you go to sleep, when this person see you at your worst, like it ain't no hiding it when you really live with somebody. So the biggest difference to me is, bro, I got that every day. And I say every, like, bro, where I just left from, her co-workers, I told like I'm a looking man. And I know that I am. Like that's something that I don't play around with. I know that I'm a looking man because
What do you mean by that?
the power of the tongue conversation is so true, bro, because there's a lot of time where I be like, man, I'm done. I can't do it. She give me that reinforcement to keep pushing. That's invaluable.
And that's what I'm saying. You know, through all my running through women and it was fun. Let me not try to make it sound like it was this horrible thing and I would crawl into bed and be horribly upset because I just got some cheeks. No, that ain't what happened. But I actually had the benefit of being married before, being with a woman for 10 years. And a lot of people can't say that, especially at our age range, right? But I'm gonna tell you what I learned from it as I pour up my drink. What I learned from it was the nature of women, the assets and liabilities of women, right? The asset that I had from my wife at the time was just that counterbalance. See, I think us as men, no matter what our situation, we'll run into that brick wall, right? We'll do it, but how will we do it? Will we run half-hearted? Remember how coach used to tell you, get your hands off your knees, stand up straight, put your hands above your head, stop laying. You know what I'm saying? It's like to give you a boost of morale. It's the same thing. So if I'm running half-hearted, she like, now baby, you know you can run harder and faster than that. And just to hear that from my woman, who I feel cares about me, loves me, gives me just an extra jolt to go harder. And some kind of way I get through that wall.
Yes, sir.
And it just gives me, like, it's so important because you think about day to day, man. People underestimate just the day to day stuff. It's how you don't want to get up, but your woman like, I understand, baby, but just go on, go. I'm gonna be here when you get back. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And a good book even talk about the power of the woman's tongue. My brother gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? But before you do, I want to before we get there, because I wanted to mention something, right? I'm gonna pull this video back real quick, and I want to show this certain part, right?
Mothers, and then we marry you, and we watch you give it to your children.
Okay, with that part, right? We know you're capable of giving that love, that support, and I'm gonna pull it up later. I just don't want to interrupt the show, but there was a comment in that conversation of that short, and a woman was like, "Men want too much," and we've had this conversation so many times, Tez, where it's like, y'all say y'all want us to be vulnerable, to tell you what's going on. This is a married man of damn near 30 years, TD Jakes, and he's saying that, and your response is, men want too much. When we want the least of anybody on the goddamn planet.
Thanks.
That's what we going through. That's what we go through. You know what I'm saying? And we still find a way to continue to go forward. And we don't get days off if we want to be real with this. None of us do. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to the point. You know what I'm saying? So I was talking about just that power of that tongue, bro, and that day-to-day grind and that extra push that you can have. So you wanted to get into some Bible verses, and shout out to my grandmama, she gave me some too, so I'm gonna look at some too.
All right, so the first one I got is Proverbs 8:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Second John I got, Proverbs
Let me pull it up.
15.
Let me put it on the
Oh,
screen.
you got it on the screen? Go ahead.
I'm gonna pull it up for the peoples. All right. I want to put it on the screen for y'all to read yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Tiff. What's the next one?
The second John I got, Proverbs 15 and 2. The tongue of the wise utters knowledge outright or outright, but the mouth of the fool poureth out folly. Now, I'm gonna start with the second one. The tongue of the wise utters knowledge outright. You know this. You know sometimes, and we gonna keep this related to women.
Okay.
You ever talk to a female and soon as she said something to you, you knew exactly what was finna go down?
Yeah, I do. But go ahead and elaborate for us.
Sometimes when you meet some women, bro, you hear what they say and you know what they about.
Mm-hmm.
The mouth of the fool pour folly. To me, to apply that to women, you listen to what they say, you watch what they do,
Mm-hmm.
and you see why they keep accepting the men that they accept.
Mm-hmm.
You see as a man that wants more out of life, that needs somebody to motivate them, you ain't gonna get that. What you gonna get is the fool's mindset. You can't do this, you can't do that, you ain't enough. No woman that tells a man that is a woman that I would consider being with, because she don't understand how much strength them words got. The tongue of the wise utter knowledge.
Come on.
My grandmother, bro.
And I know y'all, and I know what y'all doing right now. They talking Bible verses. We're gonna do that sometime.
Yeah, that's in us.
Yeah, that's
so
in
if it ain't in you, I'm sorry, you know.
You can leave. But we stand on everything we saying, and this is stuff we already kind of believe before we ever even knew about the Bible, to be honest with you.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So my grandmother, bro, was one of the most wise women I ever met. Mm-hmm. She didn't go to college. She ain't even graduate high school. But it's lessons that she taught me that I was little, 2-3 years old, I 6. It's some things that she said that I still remember to this day, because the knowledge that she gave me, she didn't need a book for. She didn't need college courses for. It was in her. The knowledge that my wife can impart from me, that didn't come from college. That didn't come from books. That came because it's in her. When you learn your man, women, you understand how to talk to them. You understand how to motivate them. Knowledge just ain't about what you know from books. Sometimes it's what you know in your heart.
Facts. And I got one I'm gonna present. This gets slept on because people don't want to admit the truth. But let's read this, right? Turn your books to It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. There is a treasure to be desired and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up.
Woo.
It is better for a man to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. Fellas, let me tell you something about that. Because I didn't been there, man. That is hell on earth.
Yes, sir.
That is hell on earth. Because as a man, you are equipped to deal with the outside world in a way that doesn't penetrate the skin. It's like the armor is there, right? But when you at home and the woman you're with is angry, right? The woman you're with has a problem with you. That penetrates the skin, bro.
Yes, sir.
Because that's the woman you signed up to be with for the rest of your life. That's the woman you signed up to die for, right? And that woman is angry. That woman is negative spirit. That woman sees no good in you because of whatever they're feeling at the moment. It's usually moment to moment. That's the crazy. And when you have a woman like that, it breaks you, bro. You got to understand. You got to understand the message behind something like that. You got to understand what it's saying, because a man is better suited to deal with the world, the wilderness, aka, than being at home or being in a house that is no longer his home. Come on, man.
Yes, sir. Come on, man. Come on.
Perfect.
Them facts. And bro, I'm gonna tell you something else. It's like, imagine being on the battlefield all day. I'm talking about all day, 8, 10, 12 hours. This is what you doing. You fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You get to the place where you think you can rest it, and you gotta fight there too. That's what it's like as a man to come home to a woman that's negative, that's angry, that's always upset. And like CJ said, sometimes it ain't got nothing to do with the man. It's just she was a fool that had that in her heart already. And when this why I tell everybody, when people ask me for dating advice, the number one thing I tell them, don't ignore the red flags.
Facts.
They be waving for a reason, bro. It's a reason why you see them. So when you ignore them, all they gonna do is get bigger, bro. Bro, that was a great verse to pull up. It's so true, bro.
Yeah,
it's so true.
And I was on a panel. I might pull up the clip later. I was on a panel. Shout out to Humble Dad. I was on a panel, right? And we were talking about, how do we prepare our boys to be men or husbands to wives, right? And the young lady, don't remember her name, she brought up the fact that we're teaching our boys the negative about women, right? She was like, yeah, watch out for this and watch out for that. And I found that interesting because they don't teach the boys that. And they only seem to think that we're supposed to look at them one way. And this is how guys end up in relationships they're miserable in. The woman doesn't care nothing about them because they think that they have to stick it out because of what they were taught.
Yes, sir.
Right? And I just found that whole conversation, like, it was like a revelation or epiphany, bro, when she said that. Because it's like, are we not supposed to warn our boys?
Come on, man. And
that's how you end up with a woman that has your body's in the house, but your mind is in the whip.
Come on, man.
Boy.
What? All right, man. Where your tire lit, brother? Where your tire lit, man? You supposed to have your tire now. You preaching tonight.
Oh, snap.
Josh. Oh.
Shout out to Boss, man. I think this is the first show he didn't, came and commented on. What up, Brody? Appreciate you coming through, man. Go ahead.
This brother, let's get this brother a quick introduction right quick. If y'all don't know who brother Josh Nelson is, this man is creating a platform, battle
racing.
Your battle racing. And he was on the podcast, like, man, seeing the work that this brother putting in, and man, y'all can look it up. He got patents. Like, this brother really been doing the thing, and he's another God-fearing brother that he unshakable with it. Like, bro, if he could come up tonight, whew,
that'd be powerful. If you want to come over, Josh, just put a dot in the chat. I don't give a damn.
Right.
Put it, and I'm gonna send you the link. But I want to show y'all this brother because we ain't gotta just talk it. He living it. Let me tell y'all something right quick.
It's
Have you ever heard of a video game called Nintendo Mario Kart? Sure you have, right? The one where you choose a cool character, race around a colorful track, throw turtle shells, and consume mushrooms just so you can speed boost across the finish line. Ooh, what a rush, right? You see, we enjoy playing video games like Mario Kart or Crash Team Racing because it allows us to do the things that we wish we could do in the physical world. As a matter of fact, Mario Kart planted the seed early that one day go-karts in the physical world could evolve beyond the limitations of basic racing.
How the product actually works is our product is a retrofit, which comprises of a body shell and steering wheel that attaches onto real electric go-karts. We won't be putting this on gas vehicles, all electric, because from a coding standpoint, we can control everything. Yeah. We have officially started a We Funder campaign where we can offer equity for investments in my company, and you only have to invest a minimum of $100.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know if he's doing that part of it. So that's why I want to stop it. But this brother is doing some great things, and the best thing about this brother is he's a God-fearing husband, father, and entrepreneur. Don't get no better than that. So shout out to you, my brother. If you want to come on and say a couple words about the topic, pull up, bro. We got you.
Thanks.
All right, go ahead, Jay.
All right, so look, I'm gonna go ahead and get into my the breakdown of the second verse.
Okay.
Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Now look, honestly, I think this whole topic is based on this verse right here. Only thing is we talking about it from a woman to a man. I remember I wasn't planning on going in the story mode, but I ain't gonna get into my story. I'm gonna get into a story of a partner of mine. I remember, bro, I had this partner, and he was dealing with this young lady.
Mm-hmm.
And she was always the type of woman that started conflict. Like she was always in the middle of something. And I remember telling him one day, well, I didn't tell him, one of the guys that I was around told him, like, bro, you need to get away from her, bro. Like, she trouble, bro. Like, she always into something. She always got something going on. You might need to stop talking to him. So in going to school with this guy, bro, and watching him over the years, I knew he was a decent guy. I mean, he wasn't perfect. None of us are. And I remember, man, way down the line, it was after we graduated high school. I got the news that the brother had passed. And of course, I'm asking. I'm like, man, man was straight. Like, he really went in the street. He did his little thing. And I'm like, bro, how he go? Like, what happened to him? Like, man, he got deleted. I'm like, really? Like, he really wasn't in nobody's business. He was like, man, bro, so and so got to arguing with this dude outside the nightclub. And she was like, if you love me, you will go in there and defend me. If you love me, you will go, you know how they talk. You'll go put hands on him. Bro went in there. He ain't never come out. And the reason why I'm kind of pausing a little bit, is because death and life are in the power of the tongue. That brother lost his life that night because the power of the tongue. She said, if you love me, you will go in there. And I knew who this woman was. She always started stuff. She was always the instigator. And for bruh not to come back out that club over the power of her tongue is a perfect example. I used this in one of the solo podcasts that I did. Mm-hmm. Women want a warrior instead of a protector. She wanted him to be a warrior. Don't ask no questions. Go in there and do what I said.
Crash dummy.
Facts. And that brother ain't here no more. I think he had a child, maybe two. It been a minute. But that's what I'm talking about. That's death and life are in the power of the tongue. Because women, the right man will jump off a building for you if you tell him he can fly. You don't even think about gravity. You don't even think about if it's true. You don't think about no wing structure or nothing. You be like, she said I can do it, I can do it. And people be like, man, that's dumb. Why would you even say that?
Bro,
Go ahead.
If you think about that, if you think about what we said earlier, how about you can help us fly, right? it's the same power. You know, this is why we talk about femininity. This is why we talk. And let's just be clear, we Christians, bro. I don't know if we said it to y'all or not, but we're Christians, struggling Christians.
Right.
There is no perfect Christian.
Right.
So, you know, I guess the word Christian will just suffice on its own. But I got an example, right? So, you know, I've lost brothers, and today I was just thinking, rest in peace to Fox. Was set up and robbed and shot and deleted, right? And that just makes me think, bro, about another story. I just wanted to mention him because he was on my heart today. I don't know, bro. I just got to thinking about him. Like, damn, this man is really not here no more. That smile, bro, that joking personality, that different type of music that man made, he ain't here no more.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, prayer is done through the word. The power of the tongue comes from prayer as well. When you pray, it's the power of the tongue. And think about the amount of rappers that did videos being in a casket or talking about their deaths, and before you knew it, they were gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This is, I don't know, bro. Like when I just think about this stuff, like y'all, too many of us just think life's sweet. Think life is just a game, a joke. And I know so many brothers, man, that crashed out behind a woman.
Facts.
That wasn't even their woman, to be honest with you.
Facts.
And the reason this happens, and we talk about this, we probably gonna do an episode on this too. We open Pandora's box. Our dicks get us in so much trouble. We've done so much with sex, and we fell so deep in lust. Let me say that again. We've fallen so deep in lust, we mistake it for love. And when we mistake it for love, we mistake that woman for loving us. And that woman puts us in jeopardy because of her ego. You know what I'm saying? But look, before we go further, I got a brother I want to bring on that's gonna hit it way better than we can, man. So I want to welcome my brother Josh Nelson.
Give him a round of applause, man.
What's going on, bro? Can you hear us, bro? I don't know. This is first time on stream, y'all, so we got to give him a grace period.
Facts.
Can you hear us?
Can't hear him.
Can't hear you. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what, Josh. Hold on. I'm gonna put the instructions in the back chat. I'm gonna drop you down for a second. If you can hear us, bro, go to your settings and go to your audio, or you know what I'm saying, go to your audio and set up. If you got an earpiece, set that up, and then you should be able to set your mic to your iPhone or your headphones, and your speaker to your phone or your headphone. If you want to
Josh, I would definitely say it'll probably be best to get you some headphones. So if you got some Beats or Bluetooth, that'll probably be best. Okay.
We'll get him a minute, man, because I'm telling you, the nigga's gonna come on and spit that word.
Man, what?
Hey, we appreciate you letting the void, man. You always tired doing something. So every time you show up, man, we appreciate you. So you know you good over here.
Facts.
Go ahead, Tim.
Nah, bro. Like you said, man, that example that I gave about that bro is like so many brothers I know got stories similar to that. And like, bro, the whole point of us talking about this, like, bro, we didn't want to come on here and make this show a woman bashing show. What we want to do is say, women, y'all got way more power in the thing that you say than what you think. CJ did an incredible podcast about women rappers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand the strength of their voice.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand the strength of the thing that they say, the appearance that they give. A woman that's talking about sex all the time, a woman that's talking about holding Draco,
right?
She the things that come out of her mouth, those things become a part of her life. And then they complain about the men that they attract, complain about the men that be in their life all the time. That's what you putting out there. So yeah, you gonna attract them type of guys that like the Draco, like the sex with all type. That's what you attracting. So when you put it out there, that's what you gonna get out. It say death and life. So when you speak in death,
hold on,
what you expect?
Damn it.
Come on, man.
God damn it. Hold on. I just got to bring it up again for you to see.
Y'all got to read that for yourself. If you don't believe in the Bible, just read it with us. You ain't got to believe. My job ain't to convert you.
Proverbs 18:21 says that life and death are in the power of the tongue. Life and death. It didn't exclude neither one. And I just wanted to bring it up for you guys again because, look, man, you can feel however you want to feel about the good book, right? If you're smart, you just understand that it's a study guide to life.
Yeah.
It's an answer sheet to life. And the word of God is not necessarily the Bible. The word of God is written in your heart. It's written in your essence. And this study guide just puts it in the word form. That's all it really do.
It's all.
You know what I'm saying? So when you look at this podcast, somebody is watching now or somebody that watches after, however you do it, understand this show is not about beating down women like Ted said, but it's our women that seem to misunderstand what they're capable of, and which is why they end up so frustrated because you're battling with what society tells you. You're battling with what your homegirls tell you, or even your homeboys that's just trying to get something about your ass. You know what I'm saying? You conflicted, and we've all been there. But the truth of the matter is, man, that power of the tongue it can't be underestimated. You have to understand the power of that tongue because it can sign your death warrant, or it can sign you a new lease on life, bro.
Come on,
perfect.
man.
It's the power of it, man. It's the power of it. Shout out to Sir Hale, man. Appreciate you coming through. Now I think my guy Josh got his situation together. So let's bring him back up. Josh, can you hear us?
What's happening?
Yes, sir. Got him in there. We in there.
Clap it up. What's up, man?
What's going on with y'all boys? What y'all men?
Speaking some truth and power around this joint.
Yeah, I see.
What? Yeah, bro. When we seen you pop up, bro, we knew like if we can get this brother on, it's another, like you said, another married man, another father that has a wife that can speak life into him and does speak life into him. And I mean, you probably can talk on the heels of a woman that can as well. So, bro, look, man, we want to give you the flow, man, to kind of speak on it. And Sir Hale, if you want to come up, I know you another brother that can speak that as well. So
yeah, just hit us up. We'll send you the link if you want it, Sir Hale. Go ahead, Josh. I know you about to cook. Come on.
I mean, I can speak about a lot of things. Which one what you want first? How about that? I'm gonna get
the power of that tongue of a woman that is motivating, that is benefiting, that is, all of those positive things. Let's go there first.
Okay. Well, I would say it is very important to watch what you say. I was just talking to somebody earlier, and she was saying, I'm trying to get my husband to be more financially responsible, and we arguing this and that. And I told her, I said, well, keep in mind that, she was saying that he says that she speaks to him like he's a child. And I said, well, keep in mind, you can capture more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. And I think a lot of people don't realize is that the power of the tongue is very special in the sense of you can either tear somebody down or you can build somebody up. And I think a lot of people also forget that the message is just as important as the method. So you're trying to get somebody to hear you out. You're trying to encourage somebody. You're trying to get them right. Well, watch what you say, but also watch how you say it, especially when y'all supposed to be partners. And I think a lot of people forget that. They get in the heated moments, they get in heated argument, they say whatever's on their mind. But you know how they say sticks and stones may break bones, but words will never hurt. Words do hurt. You know, especially when you're trying to build something with someone, you got to watch what you say because again, there is power in the tongue. You know, it's power in the tongue when you talk to your kids when they get up in the morning. There's power in your relationships when you talk to your wife or your spouse talks to you. You got to watch what you say. And you got to watch how you say it. I would just start with that.
Facts.
I already just starting off high. Okay, so when it comes to let me put you back on the main screen. So when it comes to bettering your spouse, when it comes to building something with your spouse, how important are those words of affirmation?
It's important. You know, I think everybody wants to have a friend, but there ain't no closer friend than a spouse. You know, my wife will tell me sometimes, she'll say, people off the street will say something to you and you don't even acknowledge it. But if I say something to you, then you get upset. And I say, because your words mean something to me. I'm not worried about what they say. I do care what you say because you live with me. You see me. When people say stuff about me that don't know me, I let it slide because, I mean, what grounds do they have to speak on me? But you see me every day. You wake up with me. You lay down with me. So when you say something and it cuts, I feel it. Because it's like, wait a minute, you think that way about me? But you should see differently. So I would say it's very, very important to watch what you say, especially when it comes to your spouse, because you have a level of trust in a relationship when you're with somebody. So your words, just like a child, you know, parents, watch what you say to your children and how you say it. Because a parent is the first influencer to their child. But a lot of parents don't see that. You know, you ugly this, you this, you that. Come on now. You tearing your child down. So now they're saying, well, if I can't get love from them, who else am I going to get love from? Then you mad when your child run off and join the gang because he wants love from them. So it's important how you speak to your child, how you speak to your spouse, because there's a level of trust there. You know, we all here to learn it. But those that's closest to you, you got to watch how you speak to them. You know, because your heart is really in their hands. They trust you with it first.
Facts.
So let me ask you one more question, brother. And I know you got stuff to do. So, you're talking to a young man. What would you tell him to look out for or pay attention to when it comes to that woman's tongue and what you want in a wife, a partner, you know, the other half of you? What would you tell him to be wary of when it comes to that woman's tongue? You there? I think he froze, man.
Yep. Dang, bro.
I know he was finna cook.
Yeah.
Josh, if you can hear us, bro, just come out and come back in, and we'll because we're not letting you go yet. You got to at least answer that one before you leave.
Yeah.
But while we wait on bro to get his situation together, shout out to brother Hank.
Yes, sir, ski.
You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes. Why I just said that's so wrong. Lipstick.
Lipstick.
What do you mean by that? Shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes, man. So much appreciation, man. And she cooks. Red Lipstick Vibes cooks. I check her out a lot. She cooks. Let's get Josh back in. Would you ever hear the question, bro?
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay.
I'm in a bad area right now, but listen, I would probably more so say, I think a lot of people mess up in relationships because they're not dating their friend. A lot of people say that's dangerous. No, I think that's appropriate. Your friend is who you want to marry. Why I say that? Because y'all supposed to be able to be friends first before you get to that level. Friends supposed to have your back. Friends supposed to care about your feelings. Friends want to see you win and build you up. A lot of people just being with people. You need a friend that's gonna build you up. And I think a lot of people don't look in relationships as friends first. They go straight to I'm for the smash. That ain't gonna work. Well. If you're looking for something that's lasting, then you want to marry a friend because you want to build it with someone. I think a lot of people take for granted the thought processes of that I grew up one way, you grew up one way. Of course, we're coming from two different backgrounds, so of course we're gonna kind of bump heads as we grow. But we got to make a decision whether or not you and I are worth building each other up, growing with each other. I'm not the same way as I was when I first married you. I'm a little different. But did you make room for me to mature? Have I made room for you to mature? And I think that's why a lot of people get divorces because they're like, well, you're not the same as it was when I met you. Well, I was 20, 21 when I met you.
Right.
You know, and a lot of people hang on to that. I think for me and my wife, we give each other room to grow. We give each other room to mature. Okay, you don't like this no more, but you like this. Okay. Yeah. I could truly say that I married my friend. You know, you got
I got a shot. I ain't gonna say her name because I don't want to put it out there. But shout out to the first your wife, man. This Lord, if y'all just knew who she was, man, that woman is a walking angel.
Yeah, she's special.
Yeah, she is. She's definitely special. So look, Ted, you got one more question you want to ask him, and I got one more thing I want you to do too. But go ahead, Ted.
Right.
Yeah. So one of the things that we talked about when we did the podcast with you was how much it means for her to have your back in these endeavors. It done been some hard times, but when you start to see the fruits of the labor pay off, how did that feel knowing to show her that hey, this working? And if it wasn't for you, it probably wouldn't be.
Yeah, it really felt really good, to be honest with you. I mean, I think it feels good to be in any situation where the outcome is what you expected. I mean, yeah, we had some bumps in the road, we had some bruises, but we got through them together, and we got to a place where, like, you know, that was all worth it. You know, a lot of people would probably criticize us for like how we operated. And yeah, we had some ups and downs trying to figure out how to make it work. But in the end, it's like, okay, our kids are healthy. Our kids know who God is. We're still together. We still thriving. We still in love. You know, so that means that the sacrifices that were made in love and not made in vain. And I think a lot of people feel bad because they feel like the sacrifices they made to be in a relationship were in vain. Well, it requires for you and the person to be on the same page. I think the sacrifices that her and I made couldn't have been made if we weren't friends. If we didn't have a desire to see each other succeed. I mean, it's just like, you know, a football team. Everybody got to make sacrifices, but if you're not going to block for me and the quarterback ain't going to throw good and I can't trust you to catch, then how are we going to score?
Losing team.
Right.
So look, before we get you out of here, man, I want you to give the people an update on battle racing, man, and what you got going. I'm gonna give you the solo screen just for that.
Most definitely. But like I said, those who don't know, my company is Emotional Ideals Incorporated. We are a sports and entertainment technology company. We're combining advanced gaming tech with real motor vehicles to bring a new motorsport to fruition that we call battle racing. Essentially, it's like a Mario Kart in real life, and we're looking really good right now. We're in the process of developing our prototypes. We got nationwide contracts on the table, and we got NASCAR and Formula One attention. So let's see what happens next.
All right. So look, I look, bro. I just say this. I'm proud of you. You know, we talked about this going over a year now.
Yeah.
And man, just to see everything still growing, bro.
Yeah.
We happy for you. But it all flow into this conversation, bro. You had the good woman by your side.
Couldn't do it without her.
Come on. Say that one more time.
Yes,
I couldn't do it without her, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And I say this, y'all go out and support this brother. I mean, follow him. Look up the updates. I don't know if you got anything going as far as what people can get involved in.
Yeah.
But if not, man, just go follow this brother and stay updated on the platform. This is a young black entrepreneur that actually is putting the work in.
Not so young no more, but
I know, right? Just hit 30.
Just hit what, Josh?
I said I just hit 30 finally.
30? Man, I'm 35, bro. You all right?
I'm trying to tell you. Tell you. But yeah, history in the making, man. I would say history in the making on all fronts.
Yes, sir.
History in the making of how black people do business. History in the making of how we have relationships. History in the making of how we raise our children. History in the making all over. The past is the past. We moving forward.
Yes, sir. Hey, CJ, right quick, what do we say? Y'all starting to see this more and more on our platform. The brothers that we pulling up here is all talking about the same stuff.
Yep.
Community, building together, raising family. The last 3 or 4 episodes we done did, CJ, every brother we pull up here speaking the same stuff. And like Josh said, we gonna be the one that change.
We have to.
Trust me, Josh wouldn't associate with us if we was on that BS. This telling y'all go check this brother out on IG. Emotional Ideas is Inc. Emotional Ideas Inc. on IG. And we got his website right here. Hold on, let me pull it up.
BattleRacing.com.
There we go.
There you go.
Right there, man. I appreciate you coming through and blessing us with your presence, brother.
Most definitely. We're going to get back to it again.
You already know, bro. Thank you for coming.
Trying to hop in them prototypes, man.
I already know. Listen, y'all ain't on the list.
Yes, sir.
Y'all keep being great kings.
I appreciate you, bro. Be safe.
Woo!
It's a different brother right there.
Yeah, man. Y'all don't know how good that felt, man. We know this brother in real life, and he walked what he taught.
Man, it was the first guy to show us a patent.
Facts.
This man had a whole patent for building a race car. It's a Tesla of race cars. Like,
Facts.
and but a shout out to Mrs. She Said, man. Y'all, you and Mr. He Said be cooking, man.
They do.
They be cooking. And I love the fact that every time they come on camera, on screen, they together.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we all about over here too, man. So let's get into our show a little bit more because we ain't gonna go too long. You know, we might drop the link if people want to come up and speak on some things. But go ahead, brother Ted. I know you was kind of getting into the last verse that you were talking about.
Yeah, and also look, we hope some ladies can pull up tonight as well because, like I said, bro, we try to make this a platform where people can come and speak. And I know a lot of the stuff that y'all say might give us some enlightenment on the POW. Y'all might not even understand the POW. Honestly, I believe most of you don't. Because if you did, you would probably be a little bit more careful with their sword, as TDJ said.
Facts.
But
you wanna before we go, you wanna play the clip for him again for those that just came in?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Yep.
Okay. And Mrs. She Said, we would love for you to come up if you can. You and your husband if need be. Whatever he allows, goddamn. You hear me?
Right.
So let's go ahead and get back to this clip. I want y'all to kind of get some understanding of what we're talking about today.
Never be a happy woman dogging your man out. He's not a man yet, but he will be. But if you keep on dogging him, you won't have nothing, and you'll end up being a legend.
Shout out to Mandrell, man. Appreciate you coming through, bro.
Thirsty.
Being at home with yourself, with no man by your side because your damn mouth.
It's so powerful.
It's what it is. It's a snake pit.
You realize that men get angry when you out-talk them? That your tongue is your weapon and that you can win the battle and still lose the war? The right word spoken by a good woman in a bad situation can make a man fly. You know how you are about your children, come hell or high water?
Right.
I'm down for you. Well, most of us had that with our mothers. And then we marry you. And we watch you give it to your children. And this is what I want you to understand. I'm not blaming you for where they're broken, because they were probably broken in some way when you got them. I'm telling you how to minister to the brokenness without emasculating the patient. Okay? If you got a man that life has beaten and he comes home to a woman holding a whip, don't be angry when he looks beat down.
Men, there is a reason, my brothers and sisters, and I purposely have not opened my Bible because I want to get down into some deep things about life. There is a reason that we die 10 to 15 years earlier than you. You can almost count on being a widow because the pressure of being a man is so unbelievable that most males give up on even trying to be a man. They die to get out of it. They have heart attacks to get out of it 10 to 15 years earlier when you get through fixing stuff and cutting grass and moving furniture and being everybody's hero and being Houdini. You die to get out of it. Those that don't die end up sitting in the corner. Have you ever gone to the family reunions? And if you are lucky enough to have any old men left, can you see them sitting over in the corner with the glassy eyes?
Bro,
that's just so damn powerful, bro.
Bro, he said something that I want to touch on right quick.
Okay.
Arguing with a man, winning the battle and lose the war. Bro, how many women you know that leave a relationship that say they weren't happy, say they couldn't stand it, say they couldn't stand the dude, say he was this, that, and the other. But when they leave, the man is doing way better than them. They might not ever remarry, but the man gets married. That's winning the battle to lose. And let's say y'all stay together. You argue with this man every single day.
Mm-hmm.
When he makes it, he don't even acknowledge you in the speech. He don't even acknowledge you to his family and friends. Winning the battles, you beat him at the house, but the war is where everybody else see. The war, the what they say, to victor goes the spoils. Everybody see that this brother is the victor in this situation. It's so important not to make your house, not to make your relationship a battlefield. You got to keep it 100. You got to stay on the same page with your man, because you can speak life or death into him.
My boy just laid the foundation down, my nigga. Look, I want to bring in another special brother, man. We got a lot of respect for. Show us a lot of love, and he got a new platform coming out, and it's called The Basement. Shout out to my brother Hank. Let's give him a round of applause.
Yes,
What's going on this evening?
What's up, brother? What's up?
Man, ain't nothing happening. Ain't nothing happening, man. Y'all talking that good talk today. I mean, what let this fire up under y'all bellies, baby? What happened?
Nah.
Go ahead.
Nah, man, it wasn't nothing like that, man. Me and CJ do a whole lot of talking behind the scenes. And
as you should.
And man, this was just one-on-one that came up because the story that I gave, man, with that young brother losing his life, that stuff happened every day. I gave a couple of examples on the episode that I recorded. And me and CJ talked about, some of the behind the scene details of these things. And it just shows how important it is to have a woman around you that's actually speaking life into you instead of death, because it'll really come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that.
What's your thoughts on the power of the woman's tongue, brothers? Either way you want to take it.
Right.
Man, it could either kill you out, man, or it could have you running through walls, brothers.
Facts.
I mean, that's just real talk, man. A woman can encourage you, uplift you, inspire you, man, make you a better person, and sometimes a better man with some of these cats out here, because we know some of these cats ain't shit. But they can speak so much goddamn confidence in your ass, man. Even though you ain't shit, you can halfway turn yourself into something. I mean, that's how powerful woman's tongue. If you get the right one, now, if you get the wrong one, man, she gonna ruin you. You be like the man. I don't know if y'all into them zombie movies like The Walking Dead.
Yes, sir.
That's how you'll be, man. And it's just unfortunate that you got women out here like that, man. Knowing they probably got sons. And guess what? More than likely, them sons gonna get done the same way, because guess what? Because the mama did it to the man they was their daddies.
Come on, man.
It's unfortunate, man. And the cycle continues. Man. So you find that right one, man. Y'all hold on to her. Y'all hold it tight. Don't let her go. Look here. I say it all the time. Don't fatten this frog up for these other snakes to eat.
Ooh.
Come on, man.
Perfect.
Hold
on. Say that one more time. Don't do what?
Please, fellas, do not fatten this frog up for these other snakes to eat out here, man. Because guess what? They out here. You was him in these YouTube tree crying about a good woman, man. And when they do got one, they don't realize it.
Thanks.
Because they done heard what somebody else said, what somebody else doing. Oh man, I ain't gonna fool with. She got a baby. Dude, you got 2 babies. You tired of her having one? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Look, as long as she shows she's a good mother, she's a respectable woman. She take care of herself. She about her business. She ain't about that ratchet shit. She ain't in them streets. You know what I'm saying? She ain't about that gossip. Excuse me. She ain't about that gossip and all that other bullshit. Man, shit, you got you one. Better hold on tight. Don't let her go. I tell you, it's a lot of bullshit out here. Fella, I'm telling you, it's a lot of bullshit out here. Man.
Facts.
Man, just let them, man, look. I'm gonna say it again. They can either speak life into you, or they can tear your ass down.
Hank.
Give him another round of applause.
Yes, sir.
Man. Right.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna come with that real with you fellas. You know how it is, dog.
Yeah, we don't expect none less, brother. When your show dropping, let them know when your show dropping, brother.
November the 14th.
Okay.
That's the day it's gonna drop now. November the 14th on a Monday. So the first on Mondays I'll be doing sports talk. So we're gonna be chopping it up, you know the normal thing. Who's better, LeBron or Michael Jordan? So you know how that go.
Gonna be a long night.
You know how that go. But now we're gonna talk a little bit more about just LeBron and Michael Jordan, though. We're gonna talk about other sports, horse racing. Some people may not be into it. I'm in the state of horse racing, so I'm gonna definitely
Kentucky.
have some experts on there to talk about it. Baseball, not a real baseball guy, but I will watch around this World Series. So I'm rooting for Dustin Baker to get him his first World Series as a black man. So we're gonna be talking about, and for sure we're gonna be talking about the football and the basketball, a little bit of boxing and UFC. So we're gonna touch on some things. If I don't know nothing about it, I'm gonna hopefully have some guys up here who does know what all about them sports, and I'm gonna let them run, and I'm just gonna sit back and relax and learn some things, take some notes.
Yes,
I like to run. I like to put a few dollars on them ponies and see what can happen. But on Wednesday gonna be that man talk. We're gonna talk about some man shit. It's gonna be mostly about the men, man. I love the ladies.
Come on.
You got to sit back and enjoy the show. But now, will I have some ladies up? Yeah, I will. But I'm gonna choose and pick and choose when it's gonna happen. It's just not gonna be up there pulling them up. They're gonna be up there talking, and nah, we don't. Sit back and learn. Let us have our moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Just like what we do in our local barber shops or the gym and stuff like that. We're gonna have our conversation. Y'all ladies could take notes. If y'all got questions, send them to my IG. You know what I'm saying? DM me. I'll put them in the chat. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna open it up for y'all to ask your question. We ain't got no problem with that. And we're gonna be glad to answer. I'm sure we'll have some guys up there be glad to answer the questions. We ain't running nowhere. We ain't afraid. We ain't scared.
Yes, sir.
Solutions. That's it.
Yes, sir. Man, give it up for my brother Hank, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you coming through, brother. Man, you always got a platform over here, brother. And we definitely be coming through to talk shit on this sports show too.
Well, it's all good, baby. I always like coming up, hanging out with you guys. You young bloods. I can learn something from you cats. Please believe it ain't just one way. Old head trying to teach you young blood. Nah, we can learn something from each other. Shit, anybody can teach you something. So I'm ready to learn just like y'all are. So it's all good. It's all good.
Yes, sir.
I
appreciate you, brother.
Man, thanks for letting me up, big brother. Yeah, y'all be safe tonight.
Okay, right, brother. You too.
All right.
Brother Hank always coming through with a word.
Man
said, don't fatten up the frog for these other snakes to get them.
Ooh. Hey.
Ooh.
Bars.
That was a bar. Like if I ever heard one, that was a bar. So go ahead, bro.
No, I was just gonna say, women, can we get at least one of y'all to come up and
come
talk
on, just one.
Just one woman to hit the link and come up and speak with us about this. As y'all can see, this conversation ain't been woman bashing, and we want to have the conversation. And bro, let me give my story.
Let me say this. Realistic Vibes, you a content creator. You should have been clicked that link. Come on up here, woman.
You know what's going on. But yeah, bro. So the testimonial that I wanted to give this evening. I ain't bring my tie. I'm sorry. So look, when me and my wife met, I was in a real bad place. Had lost 2 cars. I almost lost my apartment. No electricity. Like dog place. She under the hair dryer.
Women.
I'm telling you, always getting hair done or nails done. God, we would have allowed you to come on with a bonnet this time.
Just one time.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, man, I was in a real dog place. I'm talking about dog, like sitting in the room, staring at the wall, dog place. And I remember, man, I ended up talking to my wife. We ended up reconnecting. And a lot of the times, bro, when we talked on the phone, she didn't say nothing. Like, y'all, she wouldn't say nothing. She would just listen to me, or yeah, every now and then. And I remember some of the things she would tell me. It's gonna be good. You're a good guy. It's in you. You gonna recover. The way that you talk, the way that you tell me you want to do things, I know you gonna do it. And I remember one day looking myself in the mirror and was like, bruh, if you don't believe in yourself, believe what she telling you. I started to believe the thing that she said. And of course, I had to put the work in. But the words that she would say, the things that she would say, you got it. If you believe in this, you can do this. I'll never forget. I was getting a job, bro. And she was like, I was down how I was going to get there. She was like, don't worry about it. Because when you doing what you supposed to do, God going to make the next steps. And I'll help you. And it's a lot of embarrassing stuff to me that was embarrassing. Like, bro, I didn't have no money. I didn't have no gas money. I ain't even know how I was going to eat. I ain't have food that time. But she would send me money. She would take me somewhere to go eat. And see, this coming from a guy that watched the father struggle. He would pawn any and everything just so he could make sure he had a roof over our family head. And to me, that was embarrassing. Then when I get in that situation to have a woman, and we weren't even together at the time, to motivate me and tell me, bro, you can do it. Keep going, keep going. And now for us to be married, I told her I'm a married. She was like, But I told her because she was the first woman to ever put something in me to where I knew it was there, but she helped pull it out of me. See, this is why when we talk to men, we break down the definition of what a simp is. We break down the definition of what a bum dude is. See, some men would say in that mentality, I was a simp. Some men would say in that mentality, I was a bum. What she seen was a good man that was down at the moment, but I'm going to be the strength to push him back up.
Come on, Ted.
And that's what I'm blessed to have every day. I done been in a house before with a woman that was always depressed, always stressed out, always tired. You know what that made me? Always stressed, always tired, and always depressed. Women, what you put out is what your man receives. I'm not saying that happens in all situations, because like he said, you will have some dude that ain't even worth the time. Put your time into the right one and you see how far you can push them. Them words that you can give. And I just wrap with this. Could I have done them things without my wife? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm blessed that I didn't have to find out. Because I could have been homeless. Like literally a bum on the streets. I could have deleted myself. Literally. Because y'all, a lot of y'all might not understand being in that dog place. I was. So for my wife to be there and to speak them things, and like Josh said, she was my friend. And she told me I could do it. She was the one sending me cash apps for food. That's what it means when you can speak death or life. And I had the woman at that time that I need to speak life. Because if she didn't speak life, I might have chose death.
Got me tearing up over here, boy. Look, man. Let me take the screen for a second, brother.
Oh, you got it.
As a single man, a divorced man, a father for life, I've ran through some women as a single man. I've even mistreated some. I've done some wrong. I'm trying to get right, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm grinding my ass off. I'm making moves to make myself better without that woman. But let's be clear. What I value the most in this world is the woman that's for me. A lot of you brothers get lost in the fact that a woman done you wrong or a situation didn't go the way you wanted to. Don't let that stop you, bro. Keep pushing forward. You'll find that woman that just breathes life into you. You know, what Ted said is so important because in most situations, that's not supposed to work, according to some of these people in the space. He's a pookie. That man owns a home, owns 2 cars, got a young son that's my godson that's following in his footsteps, watching everything he does. Hell, I watch what he does because right now his marriage is successful. Mine didn't work. So, man, I respect. He at the top of the list. I ain't gonna lie, because everything he says, I see in his life, and that's important. And shout out to the First Lady, Miss Jackie, because I've seen what she's done. I was with Tez as a friend when he was in that situation, doing what I could to help him. I seen him at that low, and I just saw a spark of life coming to that brother. And I asked him, "What got into you, bro?" Man, I met this woman. You know what I'm saying? A year later, he was married to her. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies, understand the power of your voice. Understand the power of your tongue. Understand your true power as a woman. It's not competing with me as a man. It ain't about how much money you make. That had nothing to do with why that man chose his wife. That woman had his back. That's all we want out of a woman. So, look, that's all I got, man. We're gonna wrap this thing up, man. So your last words, brother. We're gonna go and get up out of here.
For me, women,
That's
please. I ain't know she was gonna be in.
Gotcha.
Damn, yeah. All right, let me shake that off. Women, understand the power that you hold. And when we have these conversations, don't be afraid to be here. Not at the 5100 podcast. Don't be afraid to be here. Because like Hink said, we can learn things as well. We want to learn. In this podcast, what we wanted to show every woman that watched, every woman that will watch, you hold more power in your tongue than what you think. Don't use it for evil. Use it for good. All good don't turn out well. Sometimes you gotta learn to take the loss. But that don't stop you from trying. That don't stop you from being, because if it's in you, it'll come out. That's what my mama used to tell me all the time. If it's in you, it's gonna come out. Women, understand the power that you hold. And please understand the brother that you dealing with. If he deserves it, give it to him. If not, let it go. Because there's so much power in the tongue. That's all I got, bro.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Ladies, your mouth is powerful in more than one way.
There we go.
I couldn't help it.
It made it at the end.
Well, look, ladies, your mouth is powerful. Your tongue is powerful. You know what I'm saying? As we're telling you what to speaking to a man worth it, don't waste your tongue on a man that's not.
Oh, wait. Whoa. Say it again. Say it again.
Okay. You know, when we tell you to use your tongue for the right things for a man that's powerful, don't waste it on a man that's not.
Perfect.
A lot of y'all might see some of our shows and think we're anti-woman, but we're not. Ladies, I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't nothing on this earth we value more than a woman, and especially our woman. We got the Sousa saying, "Damn, this how you know we on point." You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know, some of our messages can get misconstrued or mischaracterized, but we'll tell you what it is. We value woman above all. Well, we had this saying. Me and Ted talked the other day on the phone. I'm gonna go ahead and expose some of the conversation. We said a man wants a woman for her vagina. That's all he wants, and it's like, you know, some women in here they be like, "Oh my God!" Like they just massage. No, life comes from that vagina. My legacy comes from that vagina. My comfort is in that vagina. Is his mind that I put that ring on it. Everything that you are comes from that because you actually came from one. You see what I did there?
Mm-hmm.
I trust in you when I enter that thing. I love you when I enter that thing. For my woman, that's my safe haven. That mouth, that same tongue that you use, it goes Sir Hell. But that tongue that you use to either tear a man down or lift a man up is a determining factor. If I'm going to deal with you, I'm going to be with you for the rest of my life, and I'm going to be the better man that I can be. And I depend on you for that. You know.
What kind of Memphis poetry is this?
You trying to get blocked, bro? Sir Hell saw that, but he said Sir Hell saw that post. It was like,
What do you mean by that?
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, to wrap this up, man, ladies, we value you. We love you. And for that woman that's out there for me, I'm waiting on you, baby. I'm getting myself together for you, baby. Cause trust me, this single and out here in the streets, man, that shit for the birds, man. So look, on that note, we're gonna wrap this thing up. So for your guy CJ100,
your guy T is the 5.
We are the 5100 Podcast. You dig.